Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this very, very exciting segment today here on Australian Indian Radio. Well, it's been a very, very big weekend. There have been so many functions and events, and we will talk about all of them. But today, let's get this segment underway because we've got lots to go through. First of all, we will look at the news update, and then we'll bring you glimpses of the HWPL's peace gathering yesterday, and there were community leaders who made their speeches. We will feature today my speech of what I had to say there. That's coming right after this news break.
Well, Switzerland's biggest bank, UBS, has struck a deal to buy its troubled rival, Credit Suisse. The hastily arranged takeover has been announced in Switzerland this morning with fast-tracked approval by regulators. Authorities admit the deal is aimed at avoiding further market-shaking turmoil in global banking. The Victorian opposition leader has moved to expel one of his MPs from the Liberal Party after she attended a rally associated with right-wing extremist groups and neo-Nazis on the weekend. Moira Deeming attended the anti-transgender rights rally outside State Parliament on Saturday, where a group of men performed the Nazi salute. The opposition leader, John Pesutto, has issued a statement overnight saying the behaviour at the rally was an abomination and an affront to Victorian values. Millions of dead fish continue to flow down the Darling River in Menindee in New South Wales' far west as locals clean up the worst mass kill to ever hit the region. An emergency operations centre has been activated to coordinate the removal and disposal of the fish and maintain clean water flows. Millions of Australians will get a boost to their Centrelink payments from today. JobSeeker, the age pension and single parent benefits are rising by about 3.7% as part of a twice-yearly adjustment to reflect inflation. It means the age and disability pension for singles will rise by $37 a fortnight and JobSeekers by $25 a fortnight.
So there you are, ladies and gentlemen, up to date on Australian Indian Radio, and what a massive cleanup about all that dead fish. There's so many. So there have been so many incidences like this, in our history, which have caused the world to be the way it is today through evolution. So there have been natural disasters, things that have happened, or which have led to the world the way it is today. So we need to be so ever careful about what we do. We need to protect this environment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now, let's go to HWPL's conference.
Umesh to share the answer with us.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I first begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we gather tonight and pay my respect to elders past and present. And I may also thank the organizers for putting this together. It is wonderful to see everyone coming together in this forum. All the HWPL volunteers, I know that put a lot of effort into making tonight happen. The timekeeper is there as well. So many people can pay attention to him. So there's a lot that has been done there. Fellow panelists as well. And particularly decided the months that I was going to do. So I'm going to take a slightly different angle rather than Hindi. So otherwise there will be over-representation of the community. But today I'm going to talk about Queensland Multicultural Council, which I represent, and how it fits in with the theme. The theme that's been given to us is how can we, as community leaders and religious leaders, spread a culture of peace in our country. So there's so many things that we can do. But looking at our beginning slide, which was the video that was played, we are one. We are all from many different places, but we are one. That is the very basis of Hinduism, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, meaning the whole universe is but one family. So that's the whole basis of that. And on a similar basis, we launched Queensland Multicultural Council. Queensland Multicultural Council has been launched so that we can come together as we are doing together, so that we can appreciate, learn about other cultures as well, rather than just being and having that tunnel vision of us and them mentality. So that's why we organize a lot of forums. So I would suggest that we invite everyone to learn a little bit about that, come to the events as well. Australia is a multicultural country and quite a successful one too. But there are many privileges which we have here which must not be abused. There are certain things that this country allows, which is not allowed in many other countries. We've got freedom of speech, we've got freedom of practicing our languages, our cultures, our religion. Not only are we allowed, we are helped. We get assistance from the government, from multicultural affairs, we get grants to hold our functions and events. We should not abuse that. We should be very, very appreciative of the fact that they allow us to do all this. Let's do it in a cohesive manner and not pushing some other agendas as well, because this country is good lenient. Let's keep it beautiful in the way it is. Now, of course, when we look at leaders, when we talk about people, charity begins at home. Charity begins at home, and change starts with me. If I don't change, I cannot expect anyone else to change. So the change begins with me. And we have to then lead by example. Not only say that this is what our scripture says, this is the wonderful preaching from our books, but actually practice that. Put it into life, put into practice what you do. Many times we go to many events, there's so many good speakers. We go to some religious ones, whichever religion it may be. There are Gyanis, there are Panditjis, there are small who all have the same wonderful preachings and everything. You sit down and oh, he was very good, he spoke very good words. Yes, but what are we going to take home? What are we going to do? What are we going to pick from there, and what are we going to put into practice? So that is very, very important. So the most excellent service to humanity is encouraging the spirit of kindness, compassion, charity, generosity, cooperation, courtesy, and fairness. Self-restraint, which is very, very important, and prudence in society. Ruthlessness, self-sacrifice, and lack of magnanimity have turned this world into hell. So we need to embrace that we are all in this together, and we can all make a difference. We all have a part to play. We all have a role to play, and a very responsible one. And to the leaders, that we need to, whenever that we need to stand up to the occasion, stand up and be counted, and have a very strong leadership where we can solve and demonstrate that unity and keep it in that way. With those few words, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'd like to thank the organizers for giving us this opportunity of coming together and promoting, how can we today, in today's day and age, spread the message of peace. We just say no to conflict, and that, by meaningful dialogue as well. So there will always be difference of opinions, which can always be solved with meaningful dialogue. So ladies and gentlemen, with these few words, I'd like to end. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was my presentation yesterday at the HWPL. Well, the question was what we as community leaders and people of influence can do within our community to, end conflicts and all work towards peace. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now it's time to go to our Daily India report.
Welcome to the Daily India report, which brings you reports, interviews, features and more on India and the Indian diaspora. The Indian Defence Acquisition Council, led by the Defence Minister, has given preliminary approval for military modernization projects worth more than Rs 70,584 crores. India will spend it on the purchase of maritime helicopters, BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles and heavy-duty artillery guns. India is on its way to modernizing its military power with 69 maritime helicopters, 225 BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles and 307 heavy-duty artillery guns. The project, worth an estimated $9 billion, received preliminary approval from the Defence Ministry on March 16th. All projects falling under the by IDDM or indigenously designed, developed and manufactured category received the acceptance of need, the first step in the protracted procurement process, from the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh led Defence Acquisitions Council. While some of these projects are still in the design and development phase, others will eventually need to be approved by the Cabinet Committee on Security, which is overseen by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The largest proposal approved was for 60 utility helicopters Marine being constructed by Hindustan Aeronautics, costing rupees 32,000 crores. These helicopters will feature foldable rotors and be in the 5.5-ton class like operating advanced light helicopters. The DAC also approved the Coast Guard's purchase of 9 ALH Mark III choppers for Rs 3,800 crores. Another significant purchase was the 225 BrahMos long-range missiles for frontline destroyers and frigates for Rs 20,000 crores. These missiles travel at a speed of Mach 2.8, almost 3 times the speed of sound. This month will also see the signing of a different, much smaller contract for the next-generation BrahMos maritime mobile coastal batteries. Another important DAC approval was for the Rs 8,526 crore purchase of 307 ATAGS, which the DRDO claims are the best in their class with a maximum strike range of 48 kilometers. This will be the first order for the domestic 155mm by 52 calibers ATAGS, whose production partners are Bharat Forge and Tata Advanced Systems. After a long wait, India will finally have a US ambassador in New Delhi, as the Senate voted in favor of former Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti. After going through a lengthy procedure of about 26 months, the US has confirmed former Los Angeles Mayor and Democratic Party operative Eric Garcetti as the US ambassador to India. He would arrive at Roosevelt House, the US envoy's residence in New Delhi, in a matter of days, after the Senate voted 52-42 to confirm him. The United States has not had an ambassador in New Delhi for over 2 years now, from the time Kenneth Juster packed up on January 28, 2021, when there was a change of guard at the White House. It is the longest stretch New Delhi has been without a US ambassador. Garcetti was originally nominated by President Biden to be the US ambassador to India on July 9, 2021. It took the Senate 20 months to confirm him, a lengthy process that was stalled over accusations that he ignored sexual assault and harassment allegations against a former top aide. After the initial nomination lapsed, President Biden had to renominate him earlier this year, when the new Congress was seated after the midterm election, saying he has confidence in Mayor Garcetti and believes he will be an excellent representative in India at a critical moment and calls for the Senate to swiftly confirm him. The Senate eventually did in a bipartisan vote that saw 3 Democratic lawmakers vote against him and 7 Republicans voted for him. The nays included one-time India supporter Sherrod Brown, Democrat from Ohio, and Mazie Hirono, Democrat from Hawaii. Garcetti, in a statement, said, "I am thrilled with today's outcome, which was a decisive and bipartisan decision to fill a critical post that has been vacant for far too long. Now the hard work begins." He added, "I am deeply grateful to President Biden and the White House for the confidence and support throughout this process, and for all senators on both sides of the aisle, whether they voted for me or not, for their thoughtful consideration." Taiwanese manufacturer Foxconn is in talks with the Telangana government for setting up a factory to manufacture Apple AirPods. Taiwanese contract manufacturer Foxconn has won an order from Apple to make AirPods, and it is likely to invest $200 million in the project. Foxconn plans to set up the factory in Indian state of Telangana, with construction to start in the second half of 2023 and production to commence by end 2024. The latest development comes less than a fortnight after Foxconn chairman Young Liu inked a memorandum of understanding with the Telangana government for setting up an electronics manufacturing facility in Hyderabad. The AirPods facility is expected to be set up by Foxconn's arm, Foxconn Interconnect Technology. The Telangana government has been in discussion with Foxconn for a 200-acre site in Rangareddy district. Foxconn officials had been debating internally for months about whether to assemble airports due to relatively lower profit margins. Indian equity benchmark indices Sensex and Nifty opened higher in the early morning trade on March 17th, amid positive sentiment in global markets. Indian domestic stock market opened higher on March 17th amid positive sentiment in global markets. The NSE Nifty surged 128.90 points or 0.76% to 17,114.50, and the BSE Sensex skyrocketed 410.04 points or 0.71% to 58,044.88. Bank Nifty soared 297.70 points to 39,430.30. The top gainers on Nifty 50 were Adani Enterprises, HDFC Life, Infosys, Tata Motors and Ultratech Cement, and the top losers were Hero MotoCorp, BPCL, Eicher Motors, Bharti Airtel and TCS. Domestic equities had ended positively in highly volatile trade on March 16th. After opening in negative, Sensex and Nifty closed higher. S&P BSE Sensex closed 78.94 points or 0.14% higher to 57,634.84, while Nifty 50 gained 37.35 points or 0.22% to 17,009.50. Broader markets were largely mixed as Nifty Midcap Select gained 1.15%, while Nifty Next 50 rose 0.84%. Meanwhile, India VIX ended 1.18% lower, while Nifty Small Cap 250 inched 0.61% down. After opening lower, bank stocks reversed their losses to end higher. PSB stocks gained 0.82%, while Nifty Bank rose 0.40%. After a thrilling trailer, Bollywood superstar Ajay Devgan has released a soulful track for his film Bhola, titled Aadha Main Aadhi Wo. B. Prag sings the song. Acclaimed actor-director Ajay Devgan's fans have been eagerly waiting his upcoming film Bhola. On March 15th, Ajay unveiled the film's soulful song Aadha Main Aadhi Wo, which has been crooned by B. Prag. The emotional song encapsulates a heart-rending relationship between Ajay and his estranged 10-year-old daughter. Bhola is an official Hindi remake of the Tamil hit Kethi. It has been styled as the story of a one-man army, set in one night, fighting a multitude of enemies in various forms, human and otherwise. The original film revolved around an ex-convict who decides to meet his daughter for the first time after being released from prison, but gets caught in a face-off between police and the drug mafia. Deepak Dobriyal, Sanjay Mishra, Vineet Kumar, Gajraj Rao and Tabu played pivotal roles in the movie. The film is set to release in theatres on March 30th. Fans of Bollywood action star Sunil Shetty will soon see the ace actor in a web series titled Hunter. The web series, also starring Isha Deol, will stream on Amazon Mini TV. Some actors in Bollywood are evergreen and the competition is far less when one is as fit as Sunil Shetty. After confirming his presence in the much-loved film Hera Fairy, the actor released the trailer of his upcoming series, Hunter. Starring Isha Deol as a female lead, the series is expected to be an intense thriller with gripping dialogue, exciting action scenes, and contemporary versions of popular Bollywood tunes. It's going to debut on Amazon Mini TV. In the trailer, after a brief montage of family memories, the video immediately introduces us to ACP Vikram's world. He has the opportunity to fix an earlier disaster when he is wrongfully accused of a crime. Sunil Shetty at the trailer launch of Hunter said, "It feels like yesterday we were shooting and today we are already unveiling the show trailer. It was surely a special experience and journey working with such talented people on and off sets. My character is very interesting and he has a trait which will make the viewers want to know more of him. I enjoyed playing ACP Vikram Sinha thoroughly. I hope the viewers enjoy watching this show for which they have been eagerly waiting." In addition to Sunil, Other important characters in the series include Rahul Dev, Barkha Bisht, and Karanveer Sharma. On Amazon Mini TV, it will start to broadcast for free on March 22nd. Bulletin of the Daily India Report.
And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your company today. And thanks, Simran, for that Daily India report. We'll be back tomorrow. Unfortunately, we don't have all the functions and events. We will update them because there's a lot that's taken place over the weekend. So we will see you back tomorrow. It's been wonderful having your company as usual. And what we will try and do now is probably bring you more local coverage, more of the on-site recordings, etc., because the main news mainly we can all get on a report. But again, we will still be putting together segments which are of importance to the community. Until tomorrow, it's goodbye from us.